everybody home.
Good evening, race fans. As Sean Yoder jumps in the booth. Good evening. I hope you guys are having a great day, whether you're tuning in on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. Get in on the conversation that you see on your screen. I am Ryan Bauer, Bearded Sim Racer. Joining me in the booth tonight from the road, the long, hard road, Mr. Eric Rude. Just getting done wrapping up at the Thompson Meat Space race. I'm not going to dare try and the Lake Chuggalugga, something to that effect. Also joining me in the booth tonight. Oh, there he is. That's right.
That wasn't me, but it is the Grand Prix du Lac Chargagagog Manchagagog Chalbunagungamog in Connecticut. There you go. And I am in a car driving home from that race currently. So I have no visuals. I have no idea what's happening in the actual racing, which is not at all changing from how I'm usually approaching these things.
Right, it's not exactly important. Also joining us in the booth tonight, victorious this weekend in the Meat Space race from Pedal Mafia, Mr. Mental Ward. How you doing?
Standing. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm glad you could make it to a hotel with decent enough internet for you to get on and join us tonight. Also joining us in the booth is Hamza. Hamza, how you doing tonight? Hamza, sorry.
That's all right. I respond to anything with an H. I am doing most excellent.
I'm glad to hear that. And also joining us tonight from Roush Racing, Mr. Joey Atterbury. How you doing, Joey?
Howdy, boys. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad that you could jump in on the fun and not just be in the audience and be in the booth with us tonight. So we know you only have limited time, but we're glad that you could be here. We have some Rallycross sprint trash style racing going on tonight. In our first race, we have Pontiac Solstices, Jettas, and also the Skip Barber cars here at the lovely Phoenix 2008 Rallycross track. And well, let's get an eye on these. There's only two of them out here tonight, and we'll stick with Philip here. As I think we'll see something interesting when Philip makes his way around to the dirt portion of the track. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Yeah, lady Joey Atterbury, personal close friend of the stream, decided to stop by tonight. So we're fortunate that he's here, and we have a lot to talk about, whether it be virtual racing, real racing, just a lot going on out in the world. So yeah, here we are. Sorry for the squish chat on the Google Earth screen, by the way, but you know, that's how we roll. Oh, as we see Philip getting airborne, hopefully the next lap he won't take the Joker so we can get an idea. Well, it looks like we missed it there too with Carl, but I would like to see a Skip Barber fly through the air. That would be glorious.
So is damage turned off, or they?
Yes, damage is turned off.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Philip understands that he is not going to get any laps if he keeps doing that.
Right. Well, we do have it set up for one Joker lap, so but we'll.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. There goes another. Yeah, it looks like they're just choosing to take the Joker lap over and over again. So, Randy Bish in the house.
Didn't a few races ago, Soggy was taking the Joker lap and then, or skipping the jump, and
yes.
As he drove around the jump, he kept the lead, but he racked up enough time penalties that he dropped like out of the top 10. When it came to he was winning the race in everybody's mind, and then he racked up enough time calls to not be even on the board.
This is the first of 4 races tonight. All going to be Rallycross. The first 2 are going to be here at Phoenix, and the second 2 will be from Sonoma. So we try to reuse tracks if we purchased them for use in the league. We try to reuse them. We see Randy Bish getting some serious air right there. Fantastic.
That was impressive. He put a stamp on that and sent it. Nice.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one of these Skip Barber cars will go for the jump while we're watching. That would be great because
seriously.
Yeah, need to see a Skip Barber take top flight. Wink, wink. Anyway,
well, it would be good to see that the physics engine try to deal with the aerodynamics of the Skip Barber car in the actual air.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
That may break the physics engine.
There we go.
Oh, nice. Yes, it does.
That was
great. Nose down.
I got to see that again from on board. Oh, yeah.
Very nice.
That's got to be a good time.
That downforce really works.
Oh, yeah. Physics. That's fantastic. Yeah, I agree, Blake.
Yeet.
That's right.
Did you
in the intro re-nickname Mental Victor Victorious? Because that was amazing.
Yes, it was unintentional, but
That's
it
really
happened.
a state of being because we were victorious, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
Victor
absolutely.
Victorious.
So Joey, since
like
I you know, random nicknames, those are always fun. So Joey, what's new with you? What's going on with Roush? You guys are doing some big stuff with esports.
Yeah, we got a couple series going on right now called the Roush World Tour, and between team racing and individual racing, we're doing every few weeks around the world. Our next race is Suzuka in the Ford GTE here coming up on Wednesday, so we'll see how that one plays out. It's been kind of a crash fest at some of these races, but isn't that kind of sim racing?
Yeah. Well, you know, from watching our stream, we do our best to test the limitations of the iRacing software and platform. So, yeah, there can be a lot of that with road racing, and especially when you have big groups of people that haven't raced around each other very much, too. Yeah, we're all competitive spirits, so I can see that ending either going really well.
That airtime, you know. It's been a while since so I actually have time in these Volkswagen TDI Cup cars, and plenty of time off road in them too.
Really?
And, I did Volkswagen TDI Cup back in 2009 or something like that. 2009, 2010.
Back when it was a thing, F's in chat for the TDI Cup.
Did you run Road Atlanta with them?
Yeah. Yep.
So
I ran Road Atlanta in the soaking wet using the RVs down the back straight as brake markers.
Well familiar with the curb. The curb at turn 3 is basically like the jump on this Rallycross course. I have never seen cars get up on two wheels like they do at the curb at turn 3 in TDI Cup. It was crazy.
Well, and recently, a couple of years ago, they got tired of people taking the Miata line through turn 3, and they built a concrete turtle that is immense there. And the Miata guys now just do it worse. They just bounce so hard and load the driver's side of their suspension using it. It's hysterical.
Honestly, I don't know why track guys put curbing to try to deter drivers. It's never going to work, nor has it ever worked ever. They just see it as more asphalt, and I'm going to take advantage of it. You put it there, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you have those huge red boxes that... Sorry, Mental, go ahead.
I say, don't pave it if you don't want me driving on it. Oh!
That's right. You see Carl getting it wrong off the jump?
Are the front wings on these Skip Barber cars adjustable? Because these guys are running the wrong downforce settings for that jump.
They need to come in for an adjustment.
I think that it breaks the physics engine, because the physics engine is really relying on the ground effect of the front stabilizer being close to the ground. And when it is not close to the ground, it breaks the physics engine.
Well, they're going to have to go full motocross style. These guys watch plenty of racing. Fastest way around.
That is
brakes
glorious.
right before.
Just set it.
Mm-hmm.
Preload it. Preload it now.
Nice.
I'm actually surprised how well the Slowsters are handling this. They've got a nice little perfect drift as they're coming into this. And actually, Becker, we were watching him practice earlier, and he's a little bit of the commentator's curse, but man, he's got it figured out.
See, that's the hot line right there. He should have continued. Yeah, see, around the jump.
But if you go around the jump in competition, even with damage off, you rack up that time penalty. It penalizes you at the end of the race, like whatever, 10 or 15 seconds time penalty for every time you miss it. So the guy was crushing the race, and everybody was like just declaring him victorious, and then he didn't even make the leaderboard.
So how many cars we got out there right now?
We have 9 cars out here. We can have a maximum of 16 per session with the Rallycross layouts. We do have 4 sessions back-to-back tonight. It's a little bit different than what you normally see, but in this first session, like I said, we have the Solstices, the Skip Barber cars, and the Jettas out here. As we see Zach Johnson getting it wrong, going through the Joker cutout. Watching Carl work his way through the parking lot section of the track. And then tonight in the second race, let me get my information straight here. Oh, nice. Okay, hold on. Joey just sent me a picture. We're talking about Jettas. So here, let's get a look at looks like Randy Bish has broken his suspension. We've seen this several times with the Jettas. We've seen this.
He's got the Levinson Jetta. That's awesome.
He does. Who was it that did it the first time? I was gonna say whoever that is would be proud.
Yeah, Alex Levinson, and he drove the race like that. It was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not only did he drive the race like that, he drove the race like that backwards because it's slightly better.
Oh, three-wheeling it. Oh, God. Oh, yes. Glorious. Glorious.
Heat.
So I'm like, I have to press all the buttons, even though they don't apply.
Do a barrel roll.
Fatality.
There we go. Just get it all out there. Roomba Cat approves.
I love that you have fatality in there now. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and
Do a barrel roll.
that's an important one, too.
Oh, this is a. Can we get a look at the hood of this? This is a Colonel Homer Simpson livery. It looks like.
What perfect timing. Yes, it is. Donuts.
Oh yeah.
Don
okay,
Homer's Donuts. Well done, Nate. Well done. Like the pink wheels, too. It matches the icing.
It reminds me of one of my. Oh, Don Homer's. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I thought it was the episode when he was the country music manager.
This would be the Mafia rendition of Homer character.
Yes. Okay.
He's dual wielding donuts. Great. You see, Phillips looks to be hairy. It's always good.
There's something there. We're missing it, but there looks like some sort of pattern.
Oh, as we see it, we've got two of them about to battle over the jump. This is going to be epic. Oh yeah. There's your screenshot, Eric, right there. That was glorious.
That was a wonderful camera roll and good landing on both of them.
Might be a flying squirrel out there. I think that's what that livery is.
Gonna need a timestamp on that so I can go back and grab that screen grab.
I got you covered.
13 minutes and 20 seconds into the warm-up.
Yep.
There we go.
Less than the warm-up.
It doesn't take long around here for us to get high-quality content for the social medias. Nice drift there, Philip. Excellent. See them still battling here, the two. This is just warm-up. Oh, they split. Solstice and Randy Bish with the broken Jetta driving around the track in reverse. That's glorious. So Joey, were you ever successful in breaking the rear suspension on your TDI Cup car? Because we do it at Lemons every week.
No, actually, I never had any failures with those cars. We actually didn't have many failures with the cars at all, other than, tires. Tires were the big thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. No, those cars were actually pretty interesting to drive. They had tons of torque, and with that 6-speed DSG transmission, and then coupled with over sticky tires, I'll give it to Volkswagen. They actually made a good little front-wheel drive race car. It was a little stiff, as you can see there. It likes to hop up on two wheels. One of the things that I always remembered warming up those cars before they really got going is the rear liked to hop around a lot, and it sounded like there was a dying seal in the back.
Yeah, and iRacing has successfully captured that, actually, and that's incredible that you say that. I've never had the chance to talk to anyone that's actually driven the cars, and we're big fans of the Jetta here at the 24 Hours of Lemons, so that's great to hear that they were successful in even capturing the noises to a T as well as the way they handle and drive. That's great. Thanks for the picture, by the way.
Yeah, no, that was New Jersey Motorsports Park, going up the inside of Jake Thompson there. That was a fun race. Me and him often reminisce about that and laugh about that moment right there.
That's awesome. Does Lemons ever race at New Jersey Motorsports Park, guys?
Oh yes, almost like in non-Corona world, every year. I think twice sometimes. Love it. It's a great facility.
Oh, and Lady Albernon in Twitch chat points out you never lift in a Jetta, Nicholas A pointed that out. Read the correct line. Anyway, we have a thing around here with the Jettas. We never lift, and is Randy still out there not lifting as he goes into the tire wall, as you do, but. They do interesting things. They like to dance, Joey, when they get out of shape. So hopefully we'll see some of that at some point tonight. With it being on the dirt, it's less likely. But yeah, we get the Jetta break dances going around here. Get a look at, wait for Jay Becker to reset here. See how chrome his Solstice is. That's pretty incredible. Very shiny. I think the Silver Surfer would approve of this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed.
All right, about 10 minutes left in this warm-up, and then we'll have a 20-minute sprint rallycross race. So let's talk about the meat space race, Mental. You guys were, how do we say it? What's the event pronunciation again? Oh, it was Clang there, F's in chat.
And here comes the rest.
It's Churgargargarg, Mangargargarg, Buggargargarg. Yeah, that's as far as I can get into it.
We're not sure, Gasker, if that's a rat or a squirrel, but either way, it is good. We'll have to ask Carl. Is Carl? You know what? Let's ask Carl. Hey, Carl, what is that on your car? Is that a squirrel or a rat? Oh, as Carl does front flip, full yeet right there, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is.
Wow, that was incredible. Well,
nicely done.
Yeah, Carl, I don't know if you can hear us, but if you can, feel free to let us know what your livery is. Get a chance. All right, I don't think Carl is prepared to talk to us. I'll put Carl back in with the rest of the drivers. But yeah, I agree. That is very excellent, and that was a fantastic front flip. And let's get another look at that.
EDO cars
classic, here. Just piling into each other.
Oh, wow. Incredible. It's definitely a flying varmint of some kind. Oh, it's a rat. I can see it now. It's a rat. I can see the face of it now.
Ah, there it is. Yep.
Yes, the flying rat does a front flip, bounces off the rear wing, and just keeps on digging, as you do.
That's where I was going to go. I think that Nerf spoiler really helped get the rotation all the way around.
Yeah, I think the Russian judge is going to be very thrilled with that. We'll have to see if he can have a repeat performance as he struggles again to get back through the starting gate. Never lift as you don't. Well done, Carl.
There's good chicken sandwiches out there if you keep going.
good concessions at the old Phoenix International Raceway. As we see Philip again struggling here. Like Nate's waiting for a friend after the jump.
You know, that's a pretty big hazard. Pointing the wrong way on the racetrack. But, you know, this is the virtual world.
As we see, the Nemesis Lab machine has entered the race. How are things out there for the Nemesis Lab machine tonight? Is that you or is that...
No, it's me.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
I wasn't going to, but then the field wasn't full, and I kind of had to rallycross a Skip Barber car. There was no way around that.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch out for those turtles, though. As we found out from Carl earlier, can be hazardous to your health.
Indeed.
All right, so we got to talk about it. Pedal Mafia whooped that ass this weekend. Let's talk about that first of all. That's awesome.
So yes, the short version of it actually. It's going to sound like pandering, but I'm not pandering. This is actually everyone on the Pedal Mafia, and we also talked to a dozen other teams. The effort that the Lemon staff had to go through just to hold this event was beyond anything a reasonable human being would ask to put on an event like this. So Eric and Kim and all of the other judges and the staff, they really put themselves out there and just to make an event for a bunch of lunatics, and we were all so grateful just to be able to get onto the track. But yes, a very hard-fought battle all day Saturday, and that the end of the day found the mighty Toyota Cressida. Uncle Dave's on here all the time. He'll do all these races. The Cheaties Toyota Cressida found him in second place and found us in third. And that's how we started the day. And we spent all of the day with both of those cars in the top five, except for a few pit stops. And in the last laps, the literal last laps, the car that was leading lost a wheel. And not the last laps, the last turn lost a wheel, and Chris was able to bring the Godzilla across the checker. There's a lot more drama there, but we're here to talk about the iRacing. But yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but congratulations to you guys. Show. Yeah, there you go. Everybody, if you want the full story, you have to check out the Everyone Racers podcast. And when will that episode be released? I'm assuming sometime next week?
Yeah, it'll be all in your podcast feeds on Thursday morning. We'll be recording that on Wednesday night.
Oh, nice.
But it was particularly sweet to have a victory as our friend Aaron Lieberman, who last year, as he was getting ready to come to this same race, was diagnosed with leukemia and couldn't make it. The Lemons family came together. We had a potluck, and everyone donated, and we were able to get a lot of money to help, Aaron pay rent and everything, because he's a mechanic, and if he ain't working, he ain't getting paid.
Yeah.
And it was a whole glorious thing of the competitors, and Aaron got to come out and race with us this weekend, and it was genuinely emotional seeing Aaron on the track again and just seeing how happy he was. He's a fantastic guy, and we love having him around.
That's so good to hear, man. Cancer sucks, man. I don't know what else to say about
Absolutely.
it. But, yeah.
And that's 2 Lemons racers that I know that have beaten cancer now. So
yeah. Great. Awesome.
And I apologize if I'm talking out of school, but our own Amanda Tully, who was also at the Meat Space race this weekend, she
nice.
is a cancer-ass kicker.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Deal.
I didn't know that. I learned a thing.
Yep, we're learning things tonight here on the broadcast.
So if I'm giving away one of her secrets, I apologize. But yeah, Amanda's a badass.
Yeah, there's no putting that toothpaste back in the tube, Mental. What happened to Momrath on Saturday? They were right up there in the top 1-2 places, and then they broke. What happened? Tell me it was not the transmission, because she's been racing on what was my spare transmission for the last year. Just tell me it wasn't that.
I can tell you that, or I can tell you the truth.
Was it the transmission?
They don't know. It was they felt like it was a clutch or a throwout bearing, but the clutch was really different. But they couldn't get the car out of gear.
There's so much throwout bearing drama in her car. But 2 years of throwout bearing drama.
Oh yeah, but they were fighting the car all night Saturday. They did get it out of the track today, and it was just great seeing them. And it's always fun racing with Amanda because, man, she brings it.
Oh yeah,
she is a driver.
Yeah, she's not there to not race. She's there to crush it.
Yeah, exactly. I see the trusted Jeff Gordon's fisherman. I feel so bad. I'm really happy that you're with us from Roush Racing, but there's a lot of insider baseball. So I hope you just ask questions, because we love to explain our inside jokes. Yeah, trusting the Jeff Gordon's fisherman.
Yeah, that's right. Joey stepped away. He'll be back for the start of the race. But, yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't asked about that yet. But he has been tuning in lately, so I'm sure he's heard the story about that.
Okay.
And
he
seen the cars.
So
yeah.
they're on my phone. I'm going to send you some, because we were able to actually bring a little iRacing to the Meat Space world.
Yes, please do send some pictures. That'd be great.
All right. So, obviously, racing in the COVID arena is a little different. So, you don't have the great performances that we are all known for in Lemons, but we did wanted to bring a couple of things. So we had some stickers printed up, and I'm going to get these and drop them to you in chat here.
This is glorious.
I will point out that. Oh man.
F's in chat for Carl Viertaler as he's just savagely attacked by 2 Jettas. They're trying to squish the rat out there on the track.
A+.
Absolutely.
There was a lot of iRacing discussion with me in the paddock this weekend as well.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Levinson was racing his Miata. Tom Lamino asked where the post-race demolition derby was supposed to be in Meat Space, which is great. Dave Carpenter was there and actually mentioned that his video card. F's in the chat for Dave Carpenter's video card, which blew up during the last E1R race, apparently. So.
Oh man!
Oh, bummer.
We should take up a collection.
So he'll be back. Yeah, he'll be a couple weeks out, I think. But yeah, lots of people excited about the iRacing and glad we had it. So and have it. So.
That's great to hear that.
Is that something that Nemesis Labs or Top Flight Computers could help him out with? Because I feel like. If he needs a video card that won't blow up in the middle of a race, Top Flight Computers is definitely the way to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Dave and see if we can help Dave out with his dilemma. A lot of us have been through that before.
Excellent. It was to mental point about the troubles of holding the race, and I'm.
We do have a few gently used 1080 Ti's laying around if somebody would like one. Like,
yeah, that would definitely do the trick for an iRacing rig.
2 weeks because I would into
Eric is
and some pretty cool robot
that was
progression
just
stuff.
one small part of that. So,
are you like the T1000?
He's in the driving back from Connecticut to Chicago mode, I believe. All right, we get a look at our starting grid tonight.
Launch.
Josh Hust in YouTube chat saying that a 1080 Ti is an upgrade for him by a tad. Oh, I thought he said something about it was sad. Sorry.
I mean, upgrades are good, right?
Absolutely.
Totally.
All right, we're getting ready to let them rip. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The view from the Top Flight Computers / iRacing.com motorsport simulation blimp as they take off for 20 minutes of fun. Oh, there's two rats out there. Oh, the front one gets turned. You hate to see it. Oh, and the other one's getting squished. Oh, my.
That outside Volkswagen really just smushed them off.
The fact that Bish just got pinballed around the track, it couldn't have happened to a better guy. You know he's going to take that well. You know he's going to take that well. He's since getting bished on other races is a verb in and of itself. It was well put.
Oh my.
Very nice.
Do you are there cars out there at all?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Bish actually uses just one monitor pointed straight ahead and has no peripheral vision. So he drives as if he is the only person on the racetrack. And if there's if they're not directly in front of them, he doesn't believe that they exist. So that's why, Bish just cuts people off. It's just getting bished.
If they're not there, they don't exist.
Yeah, if he kept the throttle in it the whole time, though, those front wheels were spinning from what I saw, that's the way to do it. Pin it to win it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's as if somebody replaced the side windows and the passenger windscreen with plywood, and you only had what was directly in front of you. That's Bish in iRacing.
You'd be surprised at how many pro racers are like that.
We decided to let Eric Rude, Everything Bagel, concentrate on driving. Thank you, Eric, for tuning in tonight, joining us on your journey home. May you have a safe journey. And like Mental mentioned, from everyone out there that took part in the event this weekend, thank you to 24 Hours Lemon staff for all of your hard work. Everybody, I'm sure, enjoyed the fellowship and therapy being at the racetrack and being around each other. So shout out to all you guys, all the staff, I'm sure there's a lot of volunteering going on as well this weekend, to all the flaggers, to all the corner workers, to the track staff. Special thanks to the insurance company for actually letting them do that. And that's going to be about it. So thank you, Eric, for joining us tonight. And I'm sure Eric will be back next week. Yep, as he just typed that in chat, literally should finally be back in my home next week. So thanks, Eric, for joining us. And we've got some pictures coming in from Mental now. I'll get those loaded up in the chat. Take a look at the race. Looks like Eric Hesser's leading the way in the Jetta, followed by Nate Schlavine in one of the Skip Barber cars. And then we have a Solstice battle here with Nemesis Lab right behind the battle here with the two Solstices.
Nice.
Oh, they take each other out going towards the jump. Where'd he go?
Oh, Younger, you crafty accident avoider there.
That had to happen. It had to happen.
We take a look at the replay.
Those were our Epson chats and tombstones that we put on people's cars, and then you could put whatever you wanted as the penalty. So we had a couple of sarcastic ones, and I'm sure that some of the other meat faces. That was impressive.
Do a barrel roll.
That was great. That was a full rotation right there.
That's incredible.
That was a nice. Oh, and that was off the bounce.
Yeah, and, okay, so
Two
going up the
rotation.
jump, he's already facing backwards. That's a good sign. We now get a look at that high quality undercarriage of the GM craftsmanship.
It's like the Solstice has moon bounce shoes on. Like, how is that programmed in? Like, where do you program that one in? You know,
I believe that's under.
Hey, Paul, I'm gonna go take some lunch. Can you do the programming for the bounce? Yeah, sure. Bouncy castle, no problem. Yeah.
Oh my, glorious! We have a new leader, by the way. Nate Slavine is taking the lead. Nemesis Lab up to P2. Yoder doing work there, staying safe. It's paying off for you.
I wonder what happened.
Focus on the jump.
That third place.
Oh, there's the leader. The leader dumps it. Here's the battle for the lead as there's contact after the jump.
Right into the donut.
F's in chat for Nate Schlavine's lead as we now have a battle.
This is very nice. I'm impressed at how well the Skip Barber cars handle the dirt. The Formula Fords weren't nearly that competent.
Yeah, that some good R&D went into this, and I think we have Nate Schlavine to thank for that. So thank you, Nate. Oh,
You're
wheel to
using
wheel.
lawnmower engines. That.
Oh yeah.
You know, 60 horsepower will get you through the dirt just fine.
That was excellent. Nemesis Lab into the lead. Yoder doing great. Don't you dare press the button. You just keep driving. Oh, they get through the traffic there. Like that's Zach Johnson.
Yep.
Holy
All
crap,
right.
this is work, y'all. This is real work.
Doing great, buddy. Keep it up. Looks like you could use a tear off.
I was gonna say let's ride along with them for a lap. See if we can put some pressure on to making them make a mistake for us.
Well, I feel like he's already going to have the commentator's curse because he's a commentator.
Perfect.
That's right.
There we go. Up over it. Send it. You know, he should have kept the full throttle there. That's only like a 6 out of 10.
Right?
Hey, just responding to a couple of folks in chat. Josh Hurst was talking about like wheel pedal questions for the iRacing veterans. Most of the folks here are using G29s or G27s.
Yep.
I have not heard of anybody having Windows issues.
I've helped a few people with the G-Hub. There's some issues with G-Hub not updating, but it's a pretty straightforward fix. If anybody out there, has those kind of issues, usually a quick Google search can help you take care of the problem. But that's been my experience is the G-Hub. I personally use the old Logitech gaming software and have zero issues, so that you can still download that and get that to work if you have a G25 or a G27. And then if you have a G29, usually G-Hub does not create any problems. So, but if it does, it's easily remedied with a couple of tweaks.
And I am using I don't even know, purchased, used from a gaming trailer sim rig setup that I just plugged in and downloaded the USB drivers automatically and have never touched it and have never had an issue.
Yeah,
So
I think those are G29s.
I think you're overthinking the situation, Josh. Just get anything, plug it in, and run with it.
That's right.
It's a silly, fun hobby that will really kind of open up a lot of new communities for you. There's just the people that do this are great people.
Just get something, plug it in, move it around a bit, wiggle it. You'll find it. You'll have a good time.
Or don't even go that far. Get in on the silly hats races. You can race with a mouse, and keyboard. I've done it. It's hilarious. And then you can get as creative as you want with it too. We have everything from the cruise control Minority Report style. Hands hovering above a theremin type control, theremin, type controls to the Etch-a-Sketch, the butter churn, the Etch-a-Sketch, the French horn playing certain notes to. As you see a little bit of lockup there for Nemesis Lab. Still leading the way, has a 2.3 second lead over Nate. Last lap, Nate was about half a second faster. So here, as we see that Nate's starting to chase down Yoder. But yeah, I forget what I was talking about before I noticed that was happening on the track.
Yeah,
but
Josh, just get something, plug it in. And the thing about in these times of COVID, if you buy something for $250 and you find out you don't like it, you could easily offload that Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace for $200.
Exactly.
And you ostensibly rented it for $50. So you know this is a buy before you try, but you in the current situation you can resell it for 80% of what you bought it, so it's a 20% rental fee, and just if you don't like it, move on and get something different. But just get in the race faster than getting in the race faster is worth more than finding the perfect thing that you're still going to like 5 years from now.
All right, Mental. So here's those pictures. So here we have a picture. Okay, yeah. So there's a tombstone and it says F in chat for car 43, Donnie's flip flops, and Jeff's parking.
So the car 43 is Black Betty, another one of the 3 Pedal Mafia cars. It's a RX-7 with a GM 3800 in there, and unfortunately the hurricane struck their home areas, and also the car owners, one of their mothers, so they had no power. And so they had to go over and take care of Mom, make sure they had a generator. So the mighty Black Betty could not make it. There we go. Yes, in chat for the pink and black Jetta, because it hurt. Also, the Momrath Racing, we talked about that. That's Amanda Tully's team, and she had Hans's transmission and just issues. And
after a year of hard racing, I've got to add that she has abused that transmission for a year. So I think, and she bought it for 1 beer. So she got her purchase.
What she paid for it, I think, it was a rock solid purchase. It wasn't even a good beer. It was like a Coors Light or something.
No, it was like a Manitou Muckanuckanuck beer. It was one of those New York things that no one else can say. And I said, I'll take one of those, and I said it wrong, and I was chastised for saying it wrong. It was Mackinac beer or whatever, and So she got her money's worth out. Don't. It's not my fault. She fragged another transmission. No. That was transmission 4.
Do that in too. Yes, and that was the transmission that Hamza gave her last year while we were in competition, and she went on to win that race and beat us. But we and that's just racing. We gave her a transmission because I didn't want to beat her in the pits. I wanted to beat her in the track, and I can't beat her in the track. So, it was. But we did that one. Also, there were 2 Corvettes, and then Florida Man Donnie was in a Chevette, so that all the sets, and they all broke. One of them made it back on the track after massive penalties because they kept getting into trouble. But they broke.
So just a word to the wise, you can actually get the front end of a Skip Barber car stuck underneath the tire barrier.
Yeah, we made sure to
about a good 80 seconds stuck under a tire barrier.
Bummer.
Hey, Joey Atterbury, I assume that happens in pro racing too, where teams give their competition, key components to beat them.
Yeah, totally. Part of the friendly attitude we've got out there.
We gave her a transmission, and she beat us in every race for a year on the transmission we gave her.
No, but in reality, if there is other teams that we have parts for,
absolutely,
they're struggling, especially after a wreck or if something happens in practice, we're always willing to help out.
I said that in jest, but it's absolutely true in almost every field of competition that I've been in.
Yep. It's definitely a team sport out there, and everybody understands that. And it sucks to get out there a weekend and have something bad happen, and then you just, what are you going to do if you don't have parts? And if somebody does, then why not help them out?
I think I have seen teams loan their spare tires or brand new spares to a team that was running out of usable tires after they, you blow out 2 in a spin or something like that, or pop a sidewall off of you don't wear them out, you just blow them out off of a 2 or 4 off. I've seen teams give up all their spares, with the sticker still on them, mounted, and just give wheels and spares to somebody else.
That's really cool.
So,
yep. Co-opetition, as Daryl Waltrip would say.
It was in Gaze Curve. Beating over your own transmission is a whole nother level of brutal. It was actually worse than that because the 2 years prior, we had won the national championship. And so our theme for the next year was we were the most obnoxious champions in the world. One of us dressed up like Tom Brady. One of us dressed up like we had one of our teammates was Lance Armstrong, and he walked around all weekend at every race in a set of bicycle shorts with one tennis ball.
Wow.
Just whole level. And the Jeff and Jim, who were brothers, they were the Liveries. So they kept walking around with the Mexican wrestler mask on, and they would walk in with, hold some of my trophies. I have too many trophies. And we went to every yard sale and bought every crappy trophy we could for $1, and then we made trophies out of them. And after doing that theme, we did not finish almost a single race the next season. So we sort of go at the champion's curse.
Yeah.
So we give Amanda that transmission, and she, wins that race, and then proceeds to win the national championship. So then we gave her some of the trophies to try and curse her, and it didn't work at all. So today, when we won the race, she brought over one of the trophies we had given her, and she demanded it. So now it's pink and purple, and it has a tutu. And
the picture of a silly-ass cat on it, because everything she has is Momrath cat from the Wizard of... No, not Wizard of Oz. It's
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so she came over and set that on our car, and she's like, "You've earned this." We're like, "No, we don't want it. No, keep it." She's like, "Too late. Too bad. It's yours now." So... Yeah, Fred Schneider, I'm sorry, my screen's very small. I was lent an entire Miata right front assembly at an event from a daily driver. Wow. See, that's one of the things I love about this sport. Virtual or real is the willingness of people to do things. Like Randy Bish. That was impressive.
Couldn't happen to a better Bish. Actually, this isn't Randy Bish. This is Randy Bish 2. He's the only person I know of. I've only been watching this for the times of COVID, so I've got 5 months of sim racing viewership and participation, and he's the only person I've seen in iRacing get a numeric identifier. That also owns the first one. There's a Randy Bish and a Randy Bish 2, both by him.
Gotta have an alt account, it's like a burner phone, Whenever when you're too ashamed to use your main account, you get on your alt account,
Yeah, that was impressive. What I liked about though is Randy Bish 2 there. Clearly, you can see from all the smoke, never lifted, as you do, never lift.
Right. Well done.
Just because I got a text from them, I do want to give a shout out to Chris and Chrissy. They are listening to this as they are driving home, and Jeff and Jem might be listening to it as well.
Oh, nice. Well, you guys all be safe on your travels.
Guys. Yes, be safe. Our cool suit had failed us today, so both Chris and I probably lost about 10 pounds of liquid when we were in the car. It was painfully hot.
No need to apologize, Zach. Everyone's used to that. Definitely stick around. We've got three more events after this one as we're getting down to about 3 minutes to go here. Nate Slavine has a 30-second lead over Philip Courtier. Apparently, the Skip Barbers are at a huge advantage because they're 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm guessing that just the fact that they can go a full 4 seconds a lap faster, but that's excellent as we see Nate getting some sick air.
With damage turned off, they can only be at the advantage. With damage turned on, if you just looked at them meanly or farted, they would break. But with them, when you make the Skip Barber race car invincible, it can only do well.
Josh Huston, YouTube chat saying that's the Whoops Got Banned account. Yeah, I think you're right, Josh. I could see that happening for Randy.
Actually, so I think I recall the story. I don't know if it was Randy Bish or one of the other Lemons racers turned sim racer 4 months ago, that there was something about it uses the name that you pay with first time to create it. And there was or maybe it was somebody else, not Bish, that they used their grandmother paid for
That's
their...
me.
That's you?
That's me. Yep, that was me.
Oh, it's you that did that. Okay,
I was Marion Rude for like 8 months, and then I figured out that you could just email iRacing and they would change your name for you. So I would key up the microphone and be like, "Man, Marion, you have a very low voice."
You were Marion. Okay, it was you that said that.
That's
me.
Okay,
so it wasn't Bish. Then I don't know why Bish has Bish too.
I feel like then I need to email iRacing because every time I'm in there and they go, William Ward 6, who the hell is that?
Yeah, you could totally email them, and as long as it's not something that is questionable, they'll change it for you. You know, especially with privacy and stuff, there's no reason you have to actually use your name anymore. So.
Well, and I know the reason they did it is they didn't want their racing simulator ruined by some 14-year-old named Elite Racer 4,
exactly. Yeah, it's not Xbox Live. You're right about that.
Right.
Exactly.
Who has no interest in, not even doing something finger quotes this serious kind of a deal. This is an interesting car, the Chartalk, and if you notice, there's a picture on the back of it of Sherman in my hometown on fire.
That's terrible.
I don't know if that's a personal dig, Mental, but knowing Randy, he's researched that. That's two. What does it say? Will and Grant, the Union brothers. William Tecumseh Sherman, and it's Will and Grant, the Union brothers. Oh wow. My God! Yeah, it's William Tecumseh Sherman. Oh well done, Randy.
Well done.
And it was when they burned the town. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Special thanks to Joey Atterbury. Poor timing, but thanks, Joey, for stopping by tonight. Joey had to take off, but you guys can check out, if you're interested in more serious racing, Roush Performance Esports is putting on the Roush Performance World Tour. You can check that out. Look for Roush Performance on Facebook. Randy Bish. Throwing it around and not
history,
lifting.
Man. And like, that's a multi-level livery there, like,
Incredible.
One has to be what they call a reader to get some of Randy's stuff.
Yes.
A
reader person.
As Josh Huss says, Randy Bish deep cut. That's right. Nate on his last lap here.
Will and Grant, Union brothers.
That's incredible. Checkered flags.
So have we done so bringing that up, we got 1 minute left. We haven't done a livery tour. We did a couple of call-outs with the Simpsons and Randy, but do we have any other unique ones? There's a Chrome Solstice, right?
Correct. Yeah, we have the two rats out here, and Eric
Mad Dog
Hesser.
2020.
Yep, he's got the Trusted Jeff Gordon's Fisherman on the rear spoiler there.
Oh, yeah.
Why the Adidas thing? There's got to be a nuance to the Adidas.
It's just a high school throwback, I think.
Yeah,
okay.
I think there's something on the roof that ties into it as well.
What's that solstice? What's this? The blue and yellow solstice. COVID-19.
Hamsar Racing.
Strong bad on the side. Oh, why do you have those boxing gloves all the time?
Oh no, it's supposed to be Homestar Runners Racing, and are they actually? Who is this? I don't know, David.
Deland. Yeah.
Are they going with my name, Hamsa? No.
It's like Hamsar.
I don't know
Racing.
them. Yeah, which is supposed to be Homestar Runner from.
Good spot for that.
Oh wow! Just put him right there on the wall. You're
done. You're done. Unless somebody gives you the helping hand. You're gonna need the helping hand. How about a Dutch rudder? A little help here.
That's right.
Just can't handle it myself.
All right.
Big F. Stunt Granny with a big F.
Oh, near head-on collision. All right, here
are
your results.
Okay, good. Thank you, Duct Tape Productions, or Duct Tape and Dreams.
Okay.
Very nice.
Nice.
Hey, Yoder, well done. You managed to get to the back up to third. Good job.
Yeah, I was getting there, man. I had second in my sights, and I went full send over the jump on the last lap and screwed that up. But, is what it is.
Where's Randy
going? We're wrapping up into the Yeet corner. This seems like a really good time to talk about. Okay, Sean,
wow.
Very nice. That's
Still flipping. Still flipping.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
Now, Sean Yoder joined us here at the last minute. Hence his livery is weak sauce with the still got the Skip Barber paint job on his car. Yeah, Sean works for a wonderful company called Nemesis Labs, and if you are looking to upgrade your sim game, that is the place to go. So check them out on all the social media or check out their website. And if you need a computer to get into this iRacing, Because apparently Yoder needs a computer to get his car on all four wheels, because right now he's just punching bags.
Wow.
You should look into top flight computers. Oh, he's on the other side of the tire wall. There we go.
Wow,
Look
that's
at the top
incredible.
flight computers, and they can build you a world-class sim rig. And the great thing about that is if you want to start upgrading your wheel and your pedals after all that kind of stuff, you've already gotten the big purchase thing out of the way.
That's right.
So,
and it is an investment, but a good computer makes a big difference whether you're gaming, working, whatever you're doing. So I know firsthand. I put mine to the test, so I can tell you. And ergonomics are very important. And I was watching Yoder. I was looking for a video to play for tomorrow night for the Nemesis Lab 65 at Daytona, and watched that on the YouTube there with that young man trying it out for the first time with the wind simulator and stuff. And that, man, I never even thought about doing something like a wind simulator. Can you tell the viewers at home the amount of immersion that adds to the process?
It's pretty epic, man. It's we are partnered with Sim Racing Studio. Sim Racing Studio are the ones that actually came up with the software that drives the wind system and the haptic system, the haptic vibration system that we use. And it's all one app through Sim Racing Studio that controls that, and they have motion controller as well. So we love it, man. It literally is physics-based wind. So the faster you go, the higher the fans blow. And then as you yaw into a corner, you can create a curving effect on the fans. So the inside of a car, as it goes through a corner, has a low pressure condition. The outside is high pressure. So the air on the inside is slower than the air on the outside, and the fans actually do that in the sim.
Have cool.
It's epic, dude. That
is so cool.
It's great when you're using a flat screen. It's awesome when you're using VR. And I have a transducer on the back of my seat, one on the bottom, and one under the front floor that literally just shakes the whole front floor. So I can feel understeer and oversteer through the vibration. Wow. I can feel the wind changing pressures. It's just yeah, dude. That
is pretty serious. Oh, I see dirt street stock. Oh, that's incredible. Excellent.
Well, I didn't think I need it till you told me that. Now I know I need it. So, right now that simulator for my racing experience is to turn the temperature in my room to about 104, and and then just wear a quilt while I'm driving. That immerses me in my normal racing experience.
I mean, that works, but it's not. It's not optimal.
No, it is not. I'm still recovering.
As we see Jared Duclos in the Barbie.
Okay, we got a Barbie Camaro. I'm impressed.
Yeah, we do. Battle up for horse adventures with Barbie, her dirt street stock.
Eat. Oh, and if you're watching this with your small child, just tell her that Barbie really likes cookies.
That is nice. Jared, great job.
I will be right back, gentlemen.
It's Barbie.
Time for a drink.
Yes.
Gotta get a reload.
Gotta load up on Balls Gin.
Oh, by the way, Mooshlong is ready to be made into t-shirts. We just need the go-ahead. Who wants a Mooshlong beer t-shirt? A Mooshlong straight t-shirt?
Everyone.
I think everyone. And
everyone does.
I know Lady Aubernon has also requested not just the Mooshlong t-shirt, but also the Jeff Gordon Fisherman shirt.
We need those too. But Mooshlong's ready to go. We'll debut that graphic next week. How's that?
Okay, now what in fresh hell is this Formula Renault 2.0? I've never even seen this car.
Oh, it's like a USF 2000, but
nice,
slower.
Okay.
It's actually one of the licensing cars. It comes free with iRacing, and you use it to upgrade your road racing licenses.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're fun.
I'll have to try it out. I'll have to try it out. Looks kind of almost like an Indy Lights car or like a Formula Mazda, but better, maybe, perhaps.
Yep. Now this is nice because in the chat, everyone's getting the Kool-Aid joke, and someone said, "I can't wait for the Kool-Aid Camaro to crash into a wall," which is of course followed up with a "Oh yeah."
There's the Kool-Aid machine for Matt Sitko as the dramatic cinematic music plays, and I skip it. There we go. That's more like it. That's what happens when you just put on the whole folder just on random times. You never know what you're gonna get, but that's okay. Wow, those little IndyCar things are hauling. Oh! Work together.
Yeah, you do get the experience with a little bit of like active aero. They are fun to simulate.
I'll watch that again now that I actually figured out what car it is. Oh yeah, got some air. Not a lot. Buzzing Hornet getting some air there. It's great.
And I wonder how much of that is the active downforce on those cars, or at least the physics model of it.
Incredible.
I would guess that the real determining factor right now for this car in slicks is the tire model. I guess the skip arbors were on slicks too, weren't they?
No, they have a treaded tire.
Okay.
Yeah. Most of your school cars, when I did the Panos race school at Road Atlanta back in the day, we were running the race cars. They had us on treaded tires. Pirellis, actually.
Nicholas A saying it's like an Indy car, but with...
yeah,
okay, go ahead.
I gotta stop and pick up all these names Mental's dropping. Let me get a broom or something and sweep them up.
The school doesn't exist anymore, so yeah, there's your name drop.
F's in chat for mental school, whichever one we're referring to.
Yes. Yeah, it was the grip model on a treaded street tire is a much wider conversation, and it's a lot easier for newer people to understand the difference between, okay, you've got all the grip, 80% of the grip, 60% of the grip, none of the grip. And,
well, you don't have the breakaway that you have with slicks. Slicks, you have all of the grip until you have none of the grip. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same conversation. It's like being married to a normal person versus a Hispanic person. You know, they're gonna let go, but when they let go, it's a lot more violent, and you get much less warning.
So it's we can keep ethnicity out of it. It's like my marriage versus your marriage. Your marriage is calmer for a lot longer, and then there's just a lot of violence. Whereas mine is like a slope, but it slowly increases, and I know when to back off. You don't know when to back off, hence the incident.
Well, I feel like
you push it until Vicky explodes.
Right. I feel like it's safer in my house to kind of push it because, we're not nearly as prepared for the zombie apocalypse as you are.
You don't text your wife when you're coming home on a different hour because you text her because you just want to let her know. I text her because I don't want her to shoot me.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, Clinton Ford busting out.
Already sideways, and we've already got one flat tire. Or one broken tire model?
He's getting his Joker on right now, but yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Pick the left front's down.
I'm glad he's got a flat tire, because that's straight out of
the Nerf's one of the Indy cars. Ron Harrington on Facebook saying solstice plus dirt equals slower stis. Very good, Ron.
So he's got an iRacing of 1500 or something and a D license. So he's a iRacer shifted over, or is Jared Ford a meat space one? Is he one of us? Google gobble.
Either way,
he could
he's
very
one
well
of us.
Be, but I don't think I've met him. So
okay.
Which is by no measure. There are hundreds of people in this sport that I've never met. So
I'd venture to say there's thousands of people that you and I have never met.
In Lemons?
Probably 7.5 billion people that you and I haven't met.
No, not in Lemons.
True. Just like 7,000.
Yeah, our podcast would be way bigger if there were that many. Oh, no!
How did he hook it around the front wheel?
That was, it looked like he was going to hold it. It was actually looking like a great turn.
I hadn't considered dirt street stocks and Rallycross. That just seems like it makes a lot of sense because they have the right tires.
You should
when we do our Monday night E1R races.
Say it.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like the 87 Monte Carlo on a dirt track.
That's I think that's coming up later, so it should be good.
Our excellent.
Our guy, Uncle Dave, he actually, he has spent most of his life racing these dirt stocks in dirt tracks and then crew chiefing and that. So he has a really wide breadth of experience on these. And being an RC racer, he understands kind of the remote quality of this. And so he's got these things set up, and he's probably got 30 different suspension models saved onto his hard thing, and he can make these. He loves these Camaros, and he'll get them to run just about anything.
F's in chat for Eric Hesser, and for who the other one was. I think it was John. Oh, John's.
Three of them.
Yeah, there we go. John and Clinton battling right here.
So we have the Fiat Barber cars in a minimum of contact comparatively, but these Camaros are just
this should be interesting.
Bush.
I do like the Kool-Aid livery is well done. Yeah, it's a nice looking car. It looks like they're having front right wheel problems there, but they'll get those sorted out.
I think they all do that.
That was incredible.
The nature of street stock Camaros.
Incredible.
Oh, we got
Is this a stock livery, the Coles car?
No,
I think so.
I don't think so.
Oh, it is.
It's Coles Cash. That's from last week.
Well,
that was from last week. We were talking about Coles Cash.
Brian, you magnificent themer, you.
And look, it says Amazon returns now at Coles because apparently I educated you on that mental. So
yes,
it's actually on the car.
It was awesome. Yes.
I'm clapping for you, David Bryan. Thank you.
Very nice.
Oh my! All right.
And
oh my God! Where did Zach go?
Into that paint job.
Good Lord!
All right, Zach, what are you doing here, man?
Having a good time.
Just hooked it into the fence.
Those turtles will get you every time.
The Duke boys needed to use their
that was good.
Phones to barrel roll from State Farm.
Hey, since we've got Sean Yoder in here and Ryan, can we do a lookout at the facility and a livery walkthrough? Can we step through them? The
Absolutely.
Ones we haven't commented on.
Yep. So we've talked about the Kool-Aid machine and the Barbie mobile, and then see if we can get a better look at this. Is Philip Cartier's Formula Renault 2.0. Looks like it's the Buzzin' Hornets rendition of that.
Is he is he part of the Killer Bees?
It wrong.
The Buzzin' Hornets is reminiscent of the Killer Bees theme from Kurt.
Killer Bees,
down in Carolinas?
He might very well be.
They're Kragers.
Well, and then, Kurt and Kragers went on to the Scottish-themed Del Fol. But I think they still run with those guys. But yeah, he might be, but the name doesn't strike me. It's still a good livery.
What is that? There we go. Okay, Big Lebowski. All right.
Now
Stepping into a world of pain. The dude. What's the trunk say?
That is a pre-done Trading Paints livery that somebody built up, and you can get that one in their thing because when I run their street stocks, I have that one, and it's really well done. But that's available to everybody.
That's excellent.
There's some great stuff on Trading Paints,
and on the dashboard it says "Run your car, not your mouth." Great.
So Jackie Treehorn did this to you?
Yes.
Well, no, this was actually the sheriff of Malibu. He's a real reactionary.
It's just like your opinion, man.
I just hate the fucking Eagles. Demonetized. Sorry,
Lady
we're going to not get any ad revenue
from
this.
It's always marked 18+, no sweat. Lady Albernon says the Camaro ties the whole track together. Yes. Oh!
Eat.
Well played, lady. Well played.
Well done. What else do we have on the tour? Coles Cash, Monster. That one is too racy.
Yeah, I think a lot of these are plain Janes and racy. We had more time on our hands. Oh, here we go. Oh God.
Vandalay.
Vandalay Enterprises. Yes. Industries. Vandalay Industries. That is very excellent, nice. Right there on the rear fender. I love it.
What do we have on the deck lid, on the rear deck? It's not a lie. If you believe it, okay.
That's well played.
That's right up there with the human fun.
It's our first Seinfeld reference so far in the 24 Hours of Lemons. So, way to go, Craig Schmidt, bringing that out. I need to see some Dunder. Well, we've had a Dunder Mifflin car, but I need to see some importer exporter. Very good.
Yes, the Dunder Mifflin is also available in Trading Paints in the gallery for the street stock.
A little race going on right here.
All right, we got. I think we're getting. Is Jazzy Bass? Are you a human or are you a North Korean spam bot? So if you're going to dump a link like that, then we at least need you to say something about the topic we are discussing.
Right.
I'm not opposed to donating, Jezzy, Bass, or whatever, but you need to be a human. So prove you're not a North Korean spam bot, and I will donate to you.
There you go. It's reasonable, more than reasonable. Battle for the lead here between Jared Duclos and Matt Sicko. We'll go on board with Matt.
Oh, Lady Auburn on a Venture Brothers theme. Like, let's bust out the Monarch or the Henchman or Brock Sampson with the Office of Secret Intelligence. Let's do this.
He turned him.
Absolutely.
A Venture Brothers theme would make an excellent. That would actually make an excellent Meat Space theme. That's up there. I'm gonna throw that one in the BMW potential. We have to retheme the car. We have to retheme my personal car. So I'm gonna throw Venture Brothers in the theme bucket.
I absolutely love. I love Brock Sampson. I'm a huge Patrick Warburton fan, and he has owned that role. The last season of Venture Brothers is available on Hulu. It was never aired, and it was never intended to be aired. You can tell because they dropped F-bombs left and right. It's awesome.
Yeah, I really want to do an Archer theme based off of my past work and some other things. Like, I'd really like to do an Archer theme, but I think Venture Brothers would make for more with Scooty and some other things in the pits. I think Venture Brothers might make an excellent Meat Space theme.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to say that I call Brock Sampson, but I'd probably end up more looking like Helper.
Well, 10 years ago, I lived Brock Sampson. Now I'm just a, well, we're already 18 plus. Now I'm just a fag. I'm just a former action guy.
Oh, there you go.
No. See, you're now Brock Sampson after when he was out of the OSS and he was living with Bigfoot and the Bionic Man.
I moved to DC. I hung up 30 pounds of body armor and weapon, and I gained 30 pounds when I moved to DC. Yeah, so when I go to work, I weigh the same. It's just now it's not body armor and ammunition.
There you go. Yeah.
But you saw that season when Brock Sampson ends up living with Bigfoot, and he just gets kind of pudgy.
Oh, hang on to it.
Nice 66 dump. Greetings, citizens. North Korean spam bot here. I don't believe you, unless you're with Jezzy Base. Like Brock Sampson would drive a BMW. There's just guns and trim everywhere, Craig.
Yeah.
It's Valhalla for G-men.
Change for the lead here.
I feel like, though, with a couple of 3D printed badges, you could absolutely. You've already turned the BMW into a Nissan. You could turn the BMW into a '69 Charger.
I think that just would be kind of fun to do in fiberglass and Bondo, to just Bondo it all up, or to do. I don't really want to cut it up like the AMX guys did. They did that too well. There's just no way you can do a E36 chassis AMX graft because they did it too well.
Right. But I think, like, with a black vinyl roof and an orange paint job, you could absolutely have Brock Sampson's Charger, which on the very first episode of the Venture Brothers, he drove through the Monarch compound and murdered all of his henchmen because they shot him full of poison darts and he was mad.
Yeah, with the car, yeah.
That was a nice recovery by the 34 car there. Continuing to battle here. Jared Duclos leading the way.
Jared Duclos still in the lead. Matt's coming up on him now.
Right behind him.
He's one second and change behind, so it's definitely doable.
Oh, using that slower traffic and jamming him up a little bit. Well done, Jared.
Poor little Skip Barber car.
Yeah, 66 dump. I haven't personally seen the Stick of Butter theme, but the Volvo has been themed as basically everything that is square and blocky. I've seen Volvo school buses, literal Volvo bricks. Yeah, there's all kind, anything squared off. So I would not be surprised if there has been a Land O'Lakes theme, but I just missed it. A yellow Volvo is. A yellow 242 wagon can be themed as pretty much anything.
I think we just squished the 26 car. Cole's Cash got squished. Take a look at that one.
I do like that in-car, the in-car camera. That is a great in-car camera.
Oh, he landed on him and then
on the hoop. That safety feature that Skip Barber thought of so many years ago, coming in handy, ladies and gentlemen, saving the life of David Bryan, as you see. Hits the hoop, stops him dead in his tracks.
So Mental has seen some of the other chassis that I've built, and believe it or not, that hoop is pretty much the only thing that matters to get some of those chassis through tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and then he hits him for good measure at the end.
Weight of a very lightweight race car.
Well, it has to support 2,200 pounds of race car sliding on that 1.5-inch bar.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, digging into the earth, driving the 1.5-inch bar into the earth.
There you go.
It's a digging bar at that point.
Oh, we see Craig Schmidt taking the Joker lap, trying to gain an advantage here. Comes out right behind Jared Duclos as we'll have a battle for the second position. Matt Sicko's out to about a 6.5-second lead right here. So we'll see if Matt screws up and lets these other guys catch up. We're down to just a little over 6.5 minutes to go here in our second race of the night.
In the previous race, the Formula cars, the Skip Barber Formula cars, turned out to really be dominant. We did not expect to see that. But in this race, those Renaults just simply cannot stand up to these Pro Stock Camaros. They are just throwing down.
I think that's because the performance envelope of the Skip Barber was vastly ahead, but they're so delicate, and with damage off, they were just dominant. But here, the street stocks can muscle around, and the Formula cars don't have the launch, and they don't have the grip. I mean, they're fast, but they don't have the acceleration, just no replacement for displacement acceleration that the street stocks do.
Yeah, that V8 power.
I think they like being driven out of shape. These Camaros appreciate coming out of a corner with about a 20-degree slide, throttle-induced power slide through these corners. And, yeah, they're comfortable not being straight.
And they actually fly flat. The Skippy flew nose first.
As we talk, Mental, as you and I both know, but I was talking with Ryan 3 or 4 weeks ago, there's an element of racing in Lemons or Champ or Lucky Dog, pick your endurance series, where you stop racing the line, and you have this, in the line you have a narrow performance envelope, and like I assume the Renault Formula 2s also have that narrow performance envelope, and they're excellent if they're in that envelope. But in endurance, you may be 3 wide driving in a lane, not a line. So you do need a performance envelope that's much wider. And the street stock, again, no replacement for displacement. You can idle it at 500 RPMs, or sure, redline it at 4,500, but it's got some oomph in between.
Yeah, and exactly that. And it's funny. Hey, Podium Esports.
Hey, thanks for coming by, Podium Esports.
Party.
Hope you guys had a good broadcast
coming,
tonight for the GameWorks Racing League.
Nice one.
Yeah, thanks for the raid, guys.
It's funny, you spend all this time in racing schools learning the racing line, and then when you actually get into wheel-to-wheel competition, you're never on the racing line.
Right.
Correct. And the penalty for, and the trust element, when you're 3 wide in a corner, or even 3 wide going into a corner, and you know that you're going to settle into 2 wide, but there's who's going where. There's a trust factor that you trust people can hold their lane, and that you know which cars can and can't drive their lane and drive offline, because the track is fastest online, and the track is quote easiest to drive online. Right. But driving the track offline, just peg your left tire to the left side of the track and try to drive.
That. Yeah, it's so difficult.
Be within 2 feet of the left side of the track and do that as fast as possible. But you can't adjust where you are on track. You have to be pegged to the side, and then do